This is Craig Clafter, and this is the University of Hull Business School. I've created this channel to help international students make well-informed decisions in choosing to study abroad. I hope you find this video useful. This video concerns the postgraduate application process. I will discuss elements of an application, deadlines, obtaining guidance, and decisions. Applying for postgraduate study typically involves taking and reporting standardized test scores if required, having university transcripts sent, completing an application, providing a statement of interest, proposal, and/or sample of work, having references submitted, interviews, work experience in the case of an MBA course, and paying an application fee, all by a specified deadline. Most applications for postgraduate admission are handled directly by the institutions, their departments, their faculties. This is different than the undergraduate system that relies on UCAS, a centralized clearinghouse. In applying to collegiate universities, you must also apply to and be admitted by a college or private hall after being admitted to the course. Applying to pursue a PhD or DPhil requires some special consideration. You should search for a supervisor rather than a university. Read their publications and determine their current research. Write suitable supervisors. Introduce yourself and your research interest. Inquire if they would be interested in and available to supervise you should you be admitted. They may be going on sabbatical or even planning to leave the institution. UK institutions of higher education do not normally require standardized admission tests for postgraduate study. However, they do require proof of English proficiency if you are not a native speaker of English. The most common tests accepted are International English Language Testing System, Cambridge Certificate, CAE and CPE, Pearson Test of English Academic, and Test of English as a Foreign Language. Send all transcripts of undergraduate and any prior postgraduate study to the institution. High school transcripts are not required and should not be sent. Transcripts are typically sent directly from the issuing institution to the receiving institution. If this is not possible, arrange with the receiving institution to accept student-issued transcripts, which would involve you securing the transcript and mailing it yourself. When a transcript is not in English, a professional translation should be provided. Some UK institutions of higher education require a statement of purpose. It is an opportunity to explain your interest in the course. Statements of purpose should be well constructed, grammatically correct, and spelled correctly. Write about what you think, not about what you feel. Remember, people reviewing your statement of purpose are going to be reviewing thousands of applications. Try to stand out from the crowd. Maybe be a little risky. Something to separate yourself from the mass of people who apply. For postgraduate degrees that require independent research, a proposal of intended research will typically be required. Proposals should Describe the intended research topic. Explain how it builds on or fills a gap in current scholarship. The methodology to be employed. The materials and/or equipment needed, and how the research will make a substantial contribution to scholarship if you're applying to do a master's, or an original contribution to scholarship if you're applying to pursue a PhD or DPhil. Universities sometimes request samples of work. This can take the form of a paper submitted to a class, a sole authored publication, or portfolio in the case of fine arts and architecture, and recordings in the case of the performing arts. In choosing written work, select your best and most relevant paper. In presenting a portfolio and recordings, tell a story about the development of your art and how that development is leading you to the course you want to pursue. References are also typically required. References are best written by current or recent professors who know the quality of your academic work. Inform your referees what you are applying for, and if you are submitting more than one reference, suggest that each referee focus on different attributes so they do not duplicate each other. Good references take time, so solicit your references far in advance of the deadline. Most UK institutions of higher education require payment of an application fee, upwards of £75 per course application. If the fee represents a significant financial burden to a prospective student, however, institutions will waive the fee if contacted. Keep the fee in mind in choosing institutions to which to apply. It can become expensive to apply to many institutions. Deadlines. Application deadlines for postgraduate admission tend to be between January and July, and often vary by course. Applications for funding are typically several months earlier. Elite universities, Oxford and Cambridge, for example, tend to have deadlines for postgraduate admissions in January, with the funding deadline in November. UK institutions of higher education have people available to assist international students. They can be found on the institution's website, do not charge, and know their institution best. Better UK institutions of higher education do not use agents, for they do not need to attract the caliber of applicants they are interested in. Agents typically secure a commission of 15% of first-year tuition for each student they assist that enrolls in the course. Although the institution pays the commission, students who use agents are disadvantaged if they seek funding. Institutions would rather use funding to attract non-commissioned students. Expect decisions from the end of March onwards, depending on the institution and course. There are three possible results. You could receive an offer of admission. You could receive an alternative offer. For example, you applied to pursue a PhD and are offered admission first to pursue a Master of Studies or a Master of Philosophy to prove yourself before the institution is willing to consider you for its PhD program. And you could be rejected. A non-refundable deposit will typically be due with acceptance of an offer. If you found this video useful, Please indicate that you liked it and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.